Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Antony Carpen here at Drummond Street Bus Station on what is a lovely day, and I've just come back from Cambourn on the Chugmobile that is the Whippet X3 bus. And one of the things I noticed there is there on the big bus stop sign it said a bus from Cambourn to Cambridge every 20 minutes, which isn't great. Now, the reason why this matters is we've got a Greater Cambridge City Deal meeting coming up tomorrow, and it's at South Cambridgeshire District Council's Hall. And if you've seen it on the map, you will see that it is a business park in the middle of nowhere. And the hall is stuck out right at the end with a very, very infrequent bus service to it. Now, as you may have seen, the City Deal has become quite controversial in these parts. What we're going to see tomorrow is up to 32 people who have got 32 questions tabled for the councillors and for the City Deal board, at the same time as they seem to have tightened up arrangements on who can ask public questions, or rather what they can ask public questions on. I haven't been to the most recent meetings, but Richard Taylor has, and if you click on his YouTube link on the bar below, you'll be able to see basically what he's filmed. Now, the reason why it matters, or the reason, in my opinion, why it matters, is because the decisions taken by the City Deal board are going to affect our city for decades. And that's, for me, one of the reasons why it's ever so important that you actually bring the people with you. Now, having your meeting stuck out in South Cam's business park or South Cambridgeshire Hall in the middle of nowhere really doesn't help. That's not the fault of the people who currently work there. That's the fault of the town planners and the politicians who didn't build the infrastructure needed in place before they built the homes and the offices. Now, if you read the book written by Tristram Hunt, the Labour MP, called Building Jerusalem, The Rise and the Fall of the Victorian City, one of the things that he covers is the growth of the Victorian Town Hall and how it was very much the centre of communities. It wasn't just a place where councillors met. It was a place where people took decisions, but it was also a place where people could come and discuss the politics of the day. Now, if you compare that to the architecture of South Cambridgeshire Hall, you will very much get the feeling that the modern day local government buildings are administrative places. They're not places for public debate, if I can put it that way. And that reflects in the architecture. It's there to administer the decisions taken by people in other places, such as Whitehall, where I used to work. So, given the number and the nature of the decisions and the controversial nature of some of them, including what's happening on Milton and Histon Road, we shall see. At the same time, we've also got the Cambridge and South Cambridgeshire local plans taking place. There is a hearing that's happening there where the planning inspector is going to hear representations, in particular from the developers who want to build on the Greenbelt. And again, it feels like we're not getting the sequencing right, because there are a lot of people who are potentially interested in what's actually going on, but because of the sequencing, it's actually very, very difficult for volunteers or people who otherwise have daytime commitments to actually scrutinise what is going on. And bear in mind that there has been a significant reduction over the past 10-15 years in the number of people employed by, let's say, newspapers or media organisations to cover and scrutinise what happens in local government. Actually, this matters. Anyway, more on that later on this week.